My name is David Dunbar, or the Theme Park Evangelist. So I was doing a completely different introduction than I originally had done when I came here last in September to attempt to YouTube, and unfortunately I lost that entire footage. So, you know, it is what it is. That was when TJ was here with me. So I decided to come by myself today so I could have some time to myself and YouTube the Ark Encounter, show everybody what the Ark Encounter looks like, as well as show everybody how Answers in Genesis is taking various safety precautions on protecting everybody from COVID-19, stuff like that. So we're going to start with the Answer Center, which is a brand new building that opened within the past year or two, and then just go from there. This was last year's conference right here, One Blood. This was something that I watched back a few years ago. It was actually down at the Creation Museum. Studied that back in Sunday school. I believe my mom owns that also, who studied that back in Sunday school. There's the movie version, if I'm not mistaken. Trying to find the New Answers books in English, but that's okay. Either way, I own them all, which is really awesome. So in the room directly in front of me, they're doing a few shows throughout the day. One at 1:30, one at 2:15, one which is like right now, 2:15, one at 3, one at 4:15, one at 5, and one at 6. Yeah, New Beginning is shown twice today. And of course the one they're about to show right now, they asked no filming or photography of any kind. You got guest services over here. They just shut the doors for one part of it, but I just at least wanted to show you guys over here a little bit. So this is of course all part of the New Answer Center. This is where a lot of like conferences and stuff like that are held. Ironically, when I came here last, the water fountains were covered, but now they are uncovered again, so that is kind of interesting. But it looks like they still have the 6-foot markings on the ground, which is good. Anyways, so the Answer Center is not just a conference section, but it's also a gift shop as well, which is really cool. So let's start over here on the right. 6-foot markings over here. You've got books, ATM. You can rent electric chairs and strollers over here. Looks like we've got some VBS curriculums over here. You've got the New Answers books all in Espanol, which is so awesome. The Last Adam. These are all different speakers that have come to talk at this building. Of course, Ken Ham would be number one. That section does clear up. I want to show you guys some of the stuff that I own or have studied over the years. So over here we've got basically clothing and stuff like that. And then we've also got a soda fountain. Now they're only asking us to use the soda fountain one time while we're in here. We've got outwear, apparel, hats. You got some stuff from the Creation Museum. You got a lot of Buddy Davis's movies and music. As Buddy Davis is not just a model designer, he's also a musician. We've got all the stuff for the kids, more stuff for kids. We got picture frames. They got a lot of cool picture frames. And I pointed it out before, but that one is my favorite. Puzzles, more stuff for the Ark Encounter, ornaments and mugs down there. And that's just pretty much everything just for the New Answer Center, just in a nutshell. So for people who like zip lining, they've got zipline tours starting at $49, aerial challenges starting at $29, free falls at $9.95 a jump, 2 jumps is $17.95. Flight line, I'm not 100% sure what that is, but 1 jump is $19.95 and 2 jumps is $29.95. Obviously, zip line is the most expensive. Level 3 is $99. Basically, it's multiple hours of zip lining. and then you would go over here to register. And the cool thing about Kentucky is we're very well known for our zip lining, so you definitely want to check it out. And you can find zip line tours here at the Ark Encounter, and as well as the Creation Museum. Behold in all of its glory, the Ark Encounter. There's part of the zip line, by the way. Water doesn't look as pretty today, but it's still kind of cool. Next, you'll be seeing some pictures of the Ark Encounter. I have to add some pictures of the Ark Encounter to my vlog, you know how it is. So, just enjoy that view. And of course it's raining, so, you know, if it floods, at least I'll be safe in that big boat. I cannot talk today. Well guys, I don't know how I did it, but I managed to get this far. I was going to show you guys how big the Ark is up close, but I guess this will have to do. I mean, look at this. I'm underneath the Ark. The Ark is protecting me from the rain right now because this guy just opened up. Just like that. That is crazy. You can see it better right there. I know my mom probably thinks I'm crazy being out here right now, but honestly, I don't mind. Besides, I'm going to be indoors most of the time. I'm just so thankful that I'm able to do this and just have some time to myself today, so it's kind of nice. Anyway, let's get going. So now that I'm officially inside or underneath the cover, I can now move forward. Everybody else is ran ahead of me, which I'm fine with. Oh, thank goodness I'm out of that rain. Oh, this is nice. Ken Ham is kind of introducing everybody to the Ark Encounter. So up ahead, if you did not, you know, get to the answer center, I think originally at one point, this is originally where you could get strollers and ATVs and wheelchairs. Or this is also another place that you can get them if you didn't get to the answer center. Most people do. Of course, they have hand sanitizer stations set up everywhere. More so here, because, you know, it's a bigger facility. More of the 6-foot markers. I don't know they're going to require me to have my picture taken, not that I want it, but, you know. I already got it last time when I was with Brandy, which is a friend of mine that I just met actually about a month ago. And, of course, I did not YouTube that day, obviously. Not everybody I hang out with is, you know, cool with the whole YouTubing, you know, stuff. But yeah, I'm really excited about my surprise on Tuesday. I think you guys will, you know, really like it. We're getting there. It's a bit of a climb to get up here. And I think I'm here, because there's the giant green screen. And I'm officially here. So here is a bunch of animal cages, by the way, excuse the light, or lighting. But this is all animal cages. And of course, this specific part right here is where the animals would have drank the water from. And then here is where they would have put the food in. And of course they would have had to change out the food for each different type of animal. While I'm over here, I need to point out this artistic license basically means that everything that is talked about here on the Ark Encounter is based on artistic license. That means they're just going by what they know and going by the Bible as best as they can, best of their knowledge, stuff like that. So not everything is like set in stone, of course. One of the ends of the Ark. It's kind of dark over here, isn't it? I kind of expected that. And the funny thing is, there is an actual storm outside today, so that makes it even cooler to be here. I'll have to really make a cool title of like visiting or my first Ark Encounter vlog on a rainy day / COVID-19 update. I hope that fits into one title. That'd be kind of cool. Alright, we're going to start heading towards the exhibits. So this is where the exhibits really officially start. So you've got all kinds of questions that you might have brought about the Ark Encounter. Well, they're all answered technically starting here. You've got questions like the dinosaurs. Did Noah need to bring the dinosaurs? Did Noah have to bring any like aquatic dinosaurs? I wish I could talk today. Yeah, let's look up while we're here. Ooh, pretty, right? By the way, let's insert a photo here. Oh, hold on. Let me put my cup down for a second. Okay. This should have gone through by this point. Don't worry, I'll have more than one chance. You got questions like, did Noah have to bring 7 or 14 animals? You've got all the different kinds of animals that Noah would have had to bring onto the Ark. How did dinosaurs go extinct? And Noah's had nothing to do with a meteorite. I'll tell you that right now. Did Noah have to bring spiders or insects of any kind? You've got more animals over here that would have been on the Ark. Let's keep going. I'm going to be doing a complete circle and then using the restroom and then going upstairs. We got sandbags. So I guess sandbags were needed on the Ark as well. And then they have like clay pots. I cannot talk today. Clay pots. How do we determine the number of animal cans? That's another question. Obviously, I'm not going to be like taking a picture of every single question. But I do want to point out like the important stuff and walk around at least the entire Ark. That way everybody can at least see it. I do at least want to get a picture of the model of the Ark. On this wall we have on the left here, these are all sponsors that helped to financially support the Ark and helped build the Ark on top of that. Lots and lots of names. And then directly in front of me is a model of Noah's Ark. As cool as that is. So fun fact, while I'm heading this direction, I wanted to make a comment about that last photo. How long did it take to build the Ark Encounter? So the plans were laid out on January 2010 in an Outback Steakhouse in Florence, Kentucky. How do I know that? Because someone I worked with for a little while at Meyer told me so. I'm not saying which Meyer it was, but I'll say right now that someone at Meyer did share that information with me, and I thought that was so cool. So I'm going to stop and take a quick restroom break. And this is the very first restroom you're going to come to. Depending on how you want to get here, you're either going to come up the left side, or you can circle back around and hit it from the left, which is what I like to do. And of course, these restrooms are absolutely enormous. So you've got the women's on the right, and then you got the men's on the left. By the way, this is by far the best place to come see Christmas in Kentucky. I can't believe they're already advertising for it. I guess we just really need the money. What can I say? Or they really need the money. What am I saying? I'm saying we as in because I'm talking for my dad and my brother. So when you're on this specific deck, which is the one you enter on, you have a choice of either going right back down to the very first deck, where they have a gift shop and they have some really good coffee. And then next to me is the deck to take you to the upper decks of the Ark. And then I'm going to take a picture of the interior map of the Ark Encounter. So when you're here at the Ark Encounter, make sure you don't try to go up against the arrow. You obviously want to go up following the arrow. You can go ahead, I'm so sorry. So up we go. I thought they were going to go first. The two people are in front of me that I obviously did not try to put on YouTube at all. I don't mind having people in the background, but I'm not going to intentionally just point my camera at anybody. Unless, of course, they just happen to be right there. Like the family in front of me. It's like, yeah, I'm not trying to. Thankfully, it's kind of dark. So, just so you guys know in advance, I will not be filming any kind of film here because that is protected. That's something you need to spend your money on. So that's why I highly encourage you guys, please make the trip out here sometime. It's here in Williamstown, Kentucky, off of I-75, exit 154 in Kentucky. This is what I consider real Kentucky. You go any further and you're going to will turn into northern Kentucky, which is where the Creation Museum is at. Of course, I'm just south of Cincinnati, but eventually I'm going to be moving out towards the Creation Museum, which is awesome. Hopefully in the next month. But at least I'll be staying with my parents for now. Alright, here we are on deck 2. So of course, I'm a firm believer that God created the world in 6 days, and on the 7th day he rested. Day 1 he created light. Day 2 he created the waters and the sky and the atmosphere. Day 3 is when he created trees and plants and grass. I'm just kind of naming a few things. Obviously he did more than that. Day 4 is when he created the sun, the moon, the stars. Day 5 is when he created all aquatic creatures and birds. And day 6 is when he created man and all land animals. And then day 7 is when he rested. And this proves that God did actually make the world in exactly 6 24-hour days. Let's look at that. Isn't that beautiful? My bad. Hey, it's busy today, what can I say? But at least 8, there is a flood. Then everybody that is on this ark will be saved. So there is a line here. Part of this line is so you can go into the exhibits, and the other part is if you just want to skip the exhibits altogether and go straight to the film, which I don't want to go see. So I want to stay in the line that will take me to the exhibits, and this is one of the cooler exhibits, so we definitely want to stay in this line. I almost forgot there was another restroom right over there. This is the restroom that's on the second deck. You won't find any restroom, to my knowledge, on that side at all. Eventually we're going to make our way around and we'll be over there, and then we'll go up and that'll be the final deck, and then we'll make our way out. This is definitely going to be a very long vlog, maybe even an hour. This is a very popular section, as you guys can tell.
It's only been like today. They started. This is beautiful. That's it. So now I'm going to come over and there's more animal kinds. Once I finally had a chance, I went around the crowd. So just so you guys know, this is exactly where the NOAA interview is at. It is very, very good. It's basically a few people that came over and interviewed Noah on why he built the Ark. So if you're ever at the Ark Encounter, come to the very end of deck 2. Once you get through this past section that I just came from, and come check it out. It runs every 25 minutes or so, continuously throughout the day. So this is kind of dumb. This is called Noah's Spooky Adventures, or Kids' Spooky Animal Adventures. I'm not going to do it this time because it's kind of busy in there, and it's kind of cramped. But this is a great place for the kids to go. We got more animals over here, or animal kinds, I should say. Obviously, I don't need to stop and breathe stuff, so that'll speed me up considerably. But as I said, if you want like a more thorough, detailed look at this place, definitely come check it out. And now we keep going. This is where you could originally ask Noah questions, but unfortunately they turned off the interactive feature, which is really sad because of COVID. Whoop, my bad.
That's a good question.
I had to be really quick. Whoop. So this is all the woodworking technology. Yeah, whenever I actually come in between people, I try to be quick and just run off. We got the blacksmith section over here. And I know it's not easy to social distance when there's this many people clumped together. Here we got the kids section. Very interesting stuff, right? These are all, of course, kids' books about Noah's Ark. The 70s, A Deception. This is, I think, Fairy Tale Ark, if I'm not mistaken. So, if I'm not mistaken, that is Zara. Then we've got the door to the Ark. Right over here, where you can actually get a picture right in front of the door. Very popular photo spot. Where's the same advertisement I showed you guys back at the Gratian Museum? Of course, you got another cafe section over here. This is Oscar's store. This is definitely a more lit area. You can get fudge, you can get all kinds of good stuff. You cannot get your cup filled up here, just so you guys know. Only on the very first deck that you come upon that I was over by earlier, where I pointed at the very first restroom, and also the very top deck. This is normally a meet and greet area for the animals, but at this time it is not. Now, as you guys saw, I did walk through that section pretty quickly, despite that long line, because I am trying to get as much done as I can and get back home by early evening and still have time for CC's back in Florence, which is not too far from where I live right now. So I'm going to go up one more time and I'll show you guys everything else that is up there that I can show you guys, of course. Another spot where you can look up into the top there. See? Looks like the sun's shining again. I love the lighting of the Ark Encounter. It's so pretty, isn't it? So in order to fully enjoy this deck, you have to start on the right and make your way around. I'm going to stop and get my cup filled one last time. So over here on the left is the very last cafe section they have set up. And over there on the right is the restroom on the top deck. Actually, sorry, take that back, it's over here on the left. What am I saying? Well, that's cool. So, now that we're on the top deck, you're gonna have a choice between going through the exhibit or staying to the right and just going right to the theater. Now, obviously, I wanted to show you guys the exhibit again. So, I'm gonna go right on through. This line is not as long, which is really weird. Like, the one on deck 2 was like really long. This is gonna be called the living quarters. This is where Noah and his family lived, and obviously, there's a reason why this section is so nice, and I'll show you guys why really quickly, and then I'll head back in line and also show you guys the lighting again. But obviously, considering they were going to be living on the Ark for quite some time, they wanted to have it comfortable. So yeah, I definitely am pretty jealous myself, not kidding. I couldn't imagine being on an Ark for a whole year, but hey, if it meant saving my skin, I'm all for it. And I'm gonna get another picture right here. Don't think I'm gonna put my cup right there. It might tip over and I'll never see it again. So, let you guys look up one more time. So here are all the different rooms. You've got JPEF. You've got some of Noah's kids' wives. Okay, so that was Raina I saw earlier. My bad. Of course, we all know Zara the best, Noah's wife. Obviously, you cannot touch any of these things in here. This would have been the garden section. This is how they would have grown their vegetables. This is Ham and Keziah's room. They're not here right now. There's Noah and Zara. This is Noah and Zara's room. They each have a bed. This is a live version of the Noah's interview. A more modern day version is actually what I meant to say. So you have to definitely check that out sometime. So straight ahead of me, you've got the flood. What happened outside of the Ark? Unfortunately, the Ice Age exhibit is currently defrosting, but hopefully it will freeze right back up again very soon. So I will not be able to show you guys, which is really sad because that's like one of the coolest sections. I love the lighting. I just love the wide open spaces. This is so cool. Whoa, almost dropped my cup there. I don't even know if I could pause.
It is finished. In other words, the debt has been paid. If you recall, in some way,
best way to answer how the Grand Canyon was formed: a lot of water and a little bit of time. Alright. Trying to keep moving. We're going to Babel. Another name for Babel, I guess you could say, is ziggurat. Well, that's basically the name of a tower.
Let's see, what else you got?
So as I mentioned earlier, last year's October conference was on One Blood. Now this year is going to be on gay marriage. So if you're in Williamstown, Kentucky this October, please make sure you come to check out the conference. It's going to be really cool. And it's all at the Answer Center where I first started my YouTube video. I've been to one of the Seven Wonders, the Niagara Falls. Stonehenge, oh, that would be cool to see. I wonder. Meanwhile, not happening. Pretty crazy. So this section is about how right after the flood, man was allowed to eat meat. What am I talking about? This is really cool. Before I proceed any further, I wanted to show you guys this. These are all the different people that are on the internet, on Answers and Justice websites, all at the same exact time, and all the different websites: creationmuseum.org, arkencounter.com, answersandjustice.org, and just exactly like where they're from and what they're visiting. It's so cool. It's just like, wow. Alright, time to move on. Glad I finished my drink already, because no food, drink, or flash photography, and I don't use flash photography hardly. This is the scriptorium of the Ark Encounter. The original scriptorium, of course, is at the Holy Land Experience in Orlando, Florida. These are all different Bibles from around the world. I should be able to walk through this section relatively quickly. Ethiopia. Europe. Now we're going into China. Hudson Taylor. Read about him in middle school.
You want an Ark t-shirt?
This is Hudson Taylor's chair. I don't know how they got all of that. Now we're going to Australia, I guess, as she said. He must be in Antarctica or something. South America. It's like America. That's South. John Elliott. I'm very sure that I learned about him back in elementary school. The voyage continues. Ooh. Well, this is it, the last portion. This is a brand new section that has only been around for a few years, called Searching for Truth. So in this section, this is about 3 college students. One becomes saved, that lady right there, and the other guy just refuses. Hopefully he'll have a change of heart later, and then we don't see much of him, unfortunately. So it just kind of, it's in the comic book section. It kind of goes from like one little panel to the next. And it talks about how she has a dad that develops cancer and passes away, unfortunately. And I do really want you guys to see this. This is about all the different versions of the Bible there are.
But you know what? That's just the Greek manuscript. When we come to other languages, Latin, Coptic, and Armenian, there's another 20,000 manuscripts.
This book has a couple of three scripts of Hebrew. Representing how many different copies we have.
Isn't that crazy? That's how many different manuscripts of the Bible there have been over the years.
As I mentioned earlier, critics and skeptics rarely question whether reading the original message was correct, and yet they frequently attack the Bible on this point. It really just shows their bias. But when we look at the evidence before us, we see that their arguments really don't amount to Levine.
It's crazy. Yes, make sure you visit that website for more information. I know it's kind of confusing. I did kind of show up a little late to that. So then the comic book kind of continues. You can also purchase this outright here at the Ark Encounter. She even tries resorting to drinking to solve her problems. But she doesn't go crazy like her friend does, because that happens. That's actually not funny. So they both end up in the hospital. Thankfully, the car was only totaled, but not them. And that's when their friend shows up and shares Christ with them. Talks to them about Noah's Ark, the Passover, and then of course Moses and the Israelites being trapped in the wilderness for all those years. David, if I'm not mistaken. Jesus and the two thieves dying on the cross. But only Jesus rose again. These are all different verses that I know of very well. John 3:16, Romans 6:23, Romans 5:8, Acts 16:31. Basically, we're given a choice. We can either take the only one way entrance into heaven, and that's by admitting to God that we're a sinner, believing that Jesus is the Son of God, and confessing our sins to God. You can't get into heaven any other way, not through money, not through fame, not through power. It doesn't matter. Only one way, and that's the way I just told you. The ABCs of Jesus Christ. Or you can just continue with your life and go on the road to destruction. So she, makes the decision to accept God into her life, and then one day she's going to be able to reunite with her father again. Now, he liked her, and both of them got invited to the same Bible study. She accepted it, as you see. He was very disappointed because he still has a hard heart, so he walks away feeling broken. And I'm going to take a picture of this as well. And then please feel free to take these books if you ever come here. You, of course, take only one. We want to make sure everybody gets one. I don't believe this was ever here before, but what do I know? It's got a cool down. Well, guys, that is it. Once again, there's that view. At this point, you have officially seen the entire museum. There is a petting zoo section, but probably due to weather, they probably have it closed down right now, which makes sense, So, at this time, I'm going to fast forward all the way to the gift shop. So in 3, 2, 1, we're going to be in the gift shop. Well, guys, this is it. The gift shop. Just as I said, that's the power of editing right there. there's the same sign that you saw earlier. And of course, if you ever go into the Creation Museum or the Ark Encounters gift shops, by the way, the Creation Museum also has two of them. There's one over by the theater, and then there's another one upstairs, so keep that in mind. This is the main one, and then there's a new one inside the Answer Center, which we first went into. This is the second one. So you got Keziah's Ice Cream over here, and you've also got the coffee shop. You got Uncle Leroy's Fudge, which they got another one over at the Creation Museum, which I kind of showed you guys back on Thursday. They got more restrooms down here, which I completely forgot about. But we're gonna walk all the way down. This is where you pick up your photos. Look at all that cool stuff. Ooh. Of course, I have to go through a gift shop. You know, that's one of everybody's favorite things to do. Look at all that cool stuff. Rainmakers. I don't know if it's still raining out or not. I guess I'll find out. Well, those are kind of cool. Ooh. Alright, let's turn ourselves back around and head this direction. They got more 6 feet stickers right there on the ground. I've been trying to point them out as I go. Of course, pretty much anywhere where you're going to be waiting in a line, they're going to have it. As you've noticed, they've had a lot of hand sanitizer stations everywhere. And I've been, of course, washing my hands throughout my trip. I've also been using the hand sanitizer whenever possible. Look at all the cool t-shirts. This is a new one that they just released, Taking Back the Rainbow. And the reason why they're saying that is because the rainbow is now the symbol for gay pride. Look at all that homemade jelly. Look at all the different mugs. Here's the fudge that they sell over at Uncle Leroy's Fudge. You can also get a sample at both locations, so don't be afraid to do so. More 6-foot markers.
Yeah, maybe there's something over there.
They got homemade jumbo cookies, which everything over here smells so good for $3.50. Look at this whole section. She's making more fudge, it looks like, and there's another one that's making fudge over there as well. That is so cool. This would be kind of a cool job. We got some bags over here. Picture frames, puzzles, snow globes. All the more t-shirts that you can get. There's the registers for the gift shop. There's a really cool umbrella that you can find right over there. More puzzles and stuff like that. More bags. Those are really cool bags, by the way. There's an umbrella there. $25, but I think it's worth it. Name thingamajiggers. Not 100% sure what these are. Picture frame. There's some more stuff over here. There's another area where you can make purchases. Of course, you want to practice social distancing. Oh my goodness. There's those mugs again. I didn't see this earlier. More puzzles. Sunset of the Ark, of course, is my favorite. This tiny little arcs right there. You can also buy Ark Encounter stuff and Creation Museum stuff at both locations. Key tags or chains, whatever. Not 100% sure. And of course the ATM. And of course, in case you want to use the hand sanitizer one last time on your way out, it's right there. But I am going to head out. I am so sorry. And I'm gonna stop there. Alright guys, so the weather looks like it's a little better, so I will do at least a quick trip outside. So you've got Zara's Kitchen, which unfortunately is no longer a buffet at this time due to COVID. But you got that on your immediate left when you head out. You've got the Ararat Ridge Zoo, which also has camel rides and fossil find, which is really cool. You got a really pretty garden section right over here. Still looks like it could rain again. Look at these topiaries. Isn't that pretty? I wasn't originally planning it, but the weather cleared up, so I guess I'm just gonna go ahead and do it anyway. Looks like we got some goats out here. This trail just closed about 10 minutes ago, but between the hours of 11 a.m. to 4 p.m., you can actually walk with the kangaroos right there. I can't see it that well. There we go. Look at this guy. He's just laying on his back. I should be able to just breeze right through this area pretty quickly. We got some ostriches like this guy right over here. It's a little muggy out right now, but it still feels kind of good. There's a breeze, which is really nice. Got more of the zoo on the left. There's a restroom in case you feel like you need to go while you're out here. This is a bigger zoo than the Creation Museums, for sure. I definitely like this zoo better. Obviously, it's between the Ark Encounter and the Creation Museum. The Ark Encounter is by far my favorite. I work here in a heartbeat. We've got a camel ride up ahead. Now, I'm way too heavy for a camel because I might actually make the camel's hump sink in, and we don't want that. There usually is a good line for it. It's right over there. If you ever feel like taking your little ones on a camel ride. This is where the animal keepers work, and also this is where you can buy your camel ride ticket as well as zoo refreshments. It looks like they're doing a animal actors. This is where the animal actor stage is. That's right. There's water flowing through here for once. Last time it was not. Looks like they're actually doing the fossil thing. 2 donkeys just walked right out. That's kind of cool. There are also llamas and zebras, but I'm gonna bypass it this time. But if you ever really wanted to, the zoo does continue on out past that way. This to prove that the zoo is a lot bigger here. But I'm only showing you guys a small portion of it, so keep that in mind. It's not that I don't want to. It's called that I'm only giving you guys a taste of all the Ark Encounter has to offer. Obviously, this is going to be a really long vlog, maybe even over an hour, but, you know, obviously it was for a, you know, good purpose. But I at least wanted to show you guys a taste of everything that the Ark Encounter has to offer. As you guys, you know, noticed, Answers in Genesis has taken very high precautions to protect everybody from COVID-19, especially here where there's a lot more people that come in. So thank you again, Answers in Genesis, for that. Once again, getting tongue-tied. So I figured, you know, I would end the vlog back in front of the Ark Encounter. I'm not gonna take the phone with me back to the bus and ride the bus back, all that. Obviously, the bus I took today was, you know, not the normal bus that they would offer. There was one of the smaller ones that you saw, and that's normally what they run, but due to the high amount of people that they're taking, and the fact that they're trying to social distance on the buses, they do not really want too many people on the buses all at once, unless it's like a really big bus like that one I rode earlier. So, I mean, I completely understand why I had to ride on a motor coach and not a regular bus. It was more comfortable, that's for sure. Who knows, I might get a regular bus on the way back. Anyways, guys, let's head back to the front of the Ark Encounter, and that's where I'll end the vlog. Oh, by the way, on a side note, there's two of these sections. One is over here, hardly ever used, and then there's another one straight ahead. It's called Bill's Fresh Squeezed Lemonade, and it's really, really good. Oh, there's the Ark Encounter, and yeah, you can get some really good lemonade here at the Ark Encounter. And as you're heading out, they're just reminding you again about like this whole safety stuff. Alright, gonna end this clip for now. Alright guys, well, that's it from me. I hope you enjoyed my super long vlog on the Ark Encounter. I look forward to seeing you guys later this week. I still have, you know, YouTube videos I gotta catch up on, you know, due to COVID. I've been a little behind on that stuff, and I'm really glad I finally got this done. It only took me like almost a year, but I finally got it done. So until then, I will see you guys in the next vlog. And always remember, you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. Have a great day. Peace out.